And hello again, and here we are back in my garage, and I must say it's been a very nerve-wracking morning for me because I've been fitting the badges to the paintwork, and getting them on correctly, not scratching the paintwork, has been absolutely a bit of a nightmare, but I'm getting there. So I've got the Kawasaki badges on the tank, and I've got these non-standard badges on the side panel. Now this badge is a copy of the original Z1 badge, but rather than saying Z900 or 900, it says 1100, so that's kind of appropriate. The real problem though has been getting this damn chromed new filler cap on the tank without damaging the paintwork. It's been an absolute nightmare. I really can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to hit it with a hammer and a drift, and it keeps on moving. Oh, and it's just been a nightmare. I think this is one occasion where I should wait to get some help, because you really need, you know, 2 pairs of eyes to make sure you're doing this right. Get it wrong, I'm going to damage the paintwork. So I fitted all sorts of tape on it and a bit of card here. So what I've got to do, let me just find my tools. Here we have. Yeah, I've been trying to hit it with a small hammer and a drift, but honestly it's so easy to get this wrong. You know, I'm sort of shaking almost when I'm doing it, and as you're hitting it, it's starting to move a bit, and it's so easy to, you know, this thing will just slip and you've damaged the paintwork. So I think I'll just leave that for another day, because as I say, I'm actually shaking at the moment with nerves of getting that wrong. So yeah, that can wait for the time being, but I'm pretty happy with that, Haven't done the other side yet because I can't get access, and I can't move the bike for the time being, because if I try and move it, there's going to be some more oil running out of this engine, so that's why it's currently upright, and I can't really do much yet. But so far so good. I'm not scratched anything yet, thank God, but it's been a very close call to get that damn thing on there. It is just a nightmare. I think I might go on the forums and ask people, look, you know, how have you done it? What's the knack to get this thing on? Because I am struggling so much. I've even used a little drill bit on the other side to line it all up, so I pushed the little drill bit all the way through so I know I'm aligned, but it still doesn't want to go in. So yeah, bit of a nightmare. I think this is the one occasion where you think, no, stop, go have a cup of tea, have a break, and don't rush things. So that's what I'm going to do now. However, before then, oh yes, there's one more thing. I've had a small problem trying to fit the rubber mounts to the rear dovetail, and that's something I'm sorting out this morning. And the problem with the dovetail is that the 2 grommets holding it to the frame are old and stiff and quite difficult to put in the holes of the dovetail, and I'm really concerned I don't want to damage the paint yet again. So the answer to that is either to go and buy some new ones that are flexible and will go straight on the bike, but I've just looked up now online and they're not available at the moment. So another solution I've got in my hand here, and this is a bottle of Wintergreen Ointment, and it turns out that this stuff is very good for rubber. It softens it and rejuvenates rubber, all kinds of rubbers apparently, and if you're using it on a bigger part, you're supposed to dilute it down, sort of like maybe 3 to 1 with pure alcohol. Don't have any of that, and in fact the little bums, the rubber, where's it gone? Grommets, oh there we are. The grommets are very small, so they're in here. There's one of them there. So I'll just put a bit of ointment on them. I'm just leaving it in this cup here for a few hours, and we'll see what happens. Apparently it might take, you know, 24 hours or so to get this thing done, so we'll see. If it doesn't work, I'll just have to go and wait to get the correct grommets, but yeah, apparently it does work very well. It can work on much bigger parts. As I say, if you dilute it down with pure alcohol, you know, things like carb rubbers, that sort of thing, airbox rubbers, whatever. So yeah, we'll see how that works. And now here we are, it's a few hours later, had a break, had a cup of tea, calmed down a bit, and I've come back in the garage and finally sorted out this damn new filler cap. I had to push in, or knock in, the roll pin at the back of the filler cap, and it's been a right nightmare, but I got there in the end. It's actually quite a simple thing to do. It's just that the risks of getting it wrong were so high that it makes you sort of nervous and a bit, you know, your hands start to shake a bit when you're doing it. But we got there in the end, so paintwork's fine, cap's fine, and we're all good. I'm now going to wait a while because I've got to move the bike to do the badges on the other side of the bike. Can't do that yet because I've got to work on the this area of the bike where the outlet system goes, trying to sort out the oil leak. Because right now, if I move the bike and tilt it over on the side stand, oil's going to come out of it, and that oil is about £30 a can, so I don't want to waste any more of it, so that'll have to wait. What I can do though now is go and have a look how that ointment, that Wintergreen Ointment, is doing with those 2 small rubber washers that I need to use to secure the rig dovetail. Okay, so it's now been about 4 or 5 hours since I put these rather stiff old rubber grommets in the Wintergreen Ointment in here. So let's see how they're getting on, apart from smelling quite bad. Here we are. Oh yeah, it's not bad. Now I couldn't bend it like that this morning, so this stuff really does work. I think what I'll do is I'll leave them in there for another few hours, maybe till tomorrow, and then we'll fit them on the bike, and hopefully that's that job done, and that's the dovetail secured. Next job then is to fit, or rather make a bracket to fit this Kawasaki rear lamp. Now this is from an ER5 or maybe an ER6, I can't remember now. It was recommended to me because I found that the original one that I bought for the bike, which is somewhere around here, actually, this is from an original Z1, it's a replica from Z Power, and because we widened the frame and widened the dovetail, when I fitted this it just looked a bit lost. It was, you know, too narrow overall. So I said, oh, try using a lamp from an ER6 or an ER5. I think this is an ER6 actually, because it's a bit wider. Not a lot wider, but a bit. So I thought, yeah, okay, I'll go for that. So I bought this, it cost about £10. Everything works as far as I know. So what I've got to do now is make a bracket on the back of here to fit it underneath the dovetail, and also make an extension so I can fit another plate. And in fact, it's quite similar to the job I'm doing at the moment for the new Z650, because I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm making a bracket to fit this ZX6R rear lamp to the other side of the Z650 dovetail, so it's quite similar actually. Could do that. I couldn't do it before now because I had to wait to get the dovetail back on the bike so I can work out the correct height it needs to be at. But I don't want to make a bracket and find it's like that much too high or that much too low. It needs to be spot on, that's why I've been waiting. So that's a job as well for tomorrow when we get time. In the meantime, I've got lots more to do because I'm doing some work at the moment on the Z1000 Mark II project, but of course that's a different video, so we'll leave that for the time being. So for now then, I'm going to drink some more tea. I've got a fresh cup here, and carry on with the work on the Mark II for the rest of the day. So anyway, that's it, so thanks for watching, and cheers.